I'm starting my new page of my cross-stitch journal, stitching now elegant kimono. I stitch one but smaller called classic kimono. Some people asking me where to find it. Try to look on eBay. I don't know where else, maybe on Etsy. Sometimes you can find it. About this kit, I'm not sure because it's quite old, same like the other one. I was extremely lucky to get my classic kimono because it was on eBay the time when I was looking. I was just lucky to get it for $8. This one was gifted from Russian store. I'm really happy that I got it as a gift, and I love stitching gifts. So for the past few days I'm trying to finish this design, and I always struggle because I find one mistake, then another one, and it seems like I stitched this design at least twice, at least. I know I have to count twice, 3 times or whatever, but then I find that backstitch was different color. I have to remove backstitch, put it back, stuff like that. For the past 2 hours and a half in the morning, I only stitched this yellow crosses and this for 2 hours and a half. What I did, I was making a video, I was editing a video. Something wrong with my computer. It's so frustrating, I can't explain to you. Sometimes I just give up with the video, and you know, if you don't record video for some time, then YouTube will not recommend your videos, and you know, when you do something and there is no result, you don't have any motivation then to do that. I'm struggling with that for the past at least 3 months. It's happened before many times, but it was not like every single video I upload I have the same problem. The thing is, it's keep telling me that uploading is failed, or I'm waiting for a few hours. Obviously I can't really stitching because I have to control the procedure, and I don't stitch and I don't have a video. I don't know what to do. My computer is not that old, my programs all updated, everything is fine, but somehow either a video too long, or but some people making video for 2 hours. I don't have even 1 hour. Let me see, if I don't if I will not see result today, then I will cut video. I will be uploading for 30 minutes, and I might ask Paul to borrow me his computer. Anyway, sorry for telling you this, just something I'm struggling with it, so I can't stitch properly. Good morning. Got these flowers yesterday on a fruit and vegetable market, and look what I have here. I almost done with all the crosses, and the plan for today is to complete everything and backstitching. I will try. Today is Sunday. I don't know what we're gonna do today. We probably will go to the mall because we need to buy a table for Daniel. School will start on the 1st of September, and maybe I will not have as much time as yesterday to stitch, but yesterday I was busy with all these videos. They uploaded in such a horrible quality, so I'm very sorry, but for me it's a very painful subject. And Paul gave to me his computer. He said, happy birthday. Brand new computer, M1. He can use for his work because there is no program he needs, and they will be not available probably. So we bought him another computer. Anyway, here in this area I have to finish backstitching. Somewhere I did, somewhere I did not, but yeah, I have to check where is backstitching. Obviously on a border everywhere, and I'm impressed how many crosses I managed to stitch yesterday. Even my day was so busy guys. Whole morning I was doing lots of stuff, going to post office, went to bookstore to take Daniel books. I look another apartment because I'm checking some apartments for sale and for rent, just because I want to know and I want to plan something. And what else I did? Oh yeah, we went to the market. Well, it took a lot of time. And then it's something, yeah, that's then I was editing that video. It was very frustrating, but it's on now. It's up on the channel. So as you can see, let's go back to stitching. I need to finish this area. It's very fast because you stitch 1/2 with crosses and half stitches, and this stuff I don't know when I will do, but I will try to make them today. If not, then tomorrow. Look at my new scissor fob. It's very pretty. I have the same pin, and I wanted to have this Scarabäus because this is made by Swarovski, and you know, we probably will not see them pretty soon. And yeah, I order from Ukrainian girl. She lives here in Kiev. She always make for me something, and she also put it together all my jasnan. So yes, I'm happy with everything, and let's go back to stitching. Good morning. Today is 24th of August, Independence Day of Ukraine. Happy Independence Day to Ukraine. And I'm stitching Lanarte Saramon. This is my new whip, but it's not a new start. I started this design a year ago. I was outside. I was thinking that this will be my travel project, but it did not happen. You know why? Because of the size of the chart. It's gigantic. And I was struggling to put it on my travel stand. It did not work out, and also to put this fabric in hoops was a little bit hard. It's nice to stitch on it if you like Pirmin, but people who prefer softer fabrics, they probably will not like this design, this fabric that much. Anyway, it's slightly printed. This is not plain one, as you can see here on a preview. Name of this design: Seated Girl with a Pink Dress. Honestly speaking, I do love almost all designs by Lanarte Saramon. There is something unique in it. I don't know why, but maybe romantic or whatever. I just like it very much. And this is an organizer for this kit, and another additional part here. All these colors reminds me of autumn. In Kiev, temperature is much colder than in Zaporozhye. Well, not that much, but you can definitely feel it, and you need to buy more warm clothes than in my city. We did some shopping yesterday for Daniel. It was like nothing to choose from. We just got simple stuff, and that's it. Save us money. Anyway, let's go back to my stitching. So this is my result for a couple of days. I mean, the start I actually made a year ago, plus I've done some stitches yesterday. If you look closer on the chart, and I'm showing the piece of the chart because you can't stitch by it. It's just the size of it. You can see dark red is from last year and pink is from this year. Design itself, it's not that difficult, but you know, there are some light colors and they blended into the fabric. It's more bright now than in person, but believe me, when you stitch it, you don't see anything, especially when you have your lights on. But it's still fun. It's really big pleasure for me to stitch this design. I love Lanarte because of easiness of very little colors compared to other designs. Not very little, but I mean, you don't have to change your thread quite often. But I already put all my threads on pack organizer because when you stitch some areas, you have half of the thread left, and what you're gonna do with it? You need to put it somewhere, and to save my time, I use my organizer and just to put needles there and leave it for next area. As you can see, it's really big design on a paper, and you can't jump from one side to another, otherwise you will make mistakes. Well, maybe I will do, but most of people will be agree with me. You have to stitch like this. You add more and more crosses. You stitch here, but always around crosses, so you know you will not miscount, because if you stitch right here and then you see this color right in this area, you jump in and you might miscount, and then you have to frog it, which we don't really like. Anyway, what else I wanted to say? Yes, I have now 3 whips from Lanarte, and I want to start another one. I don't know, I'm making videos a little bit late, then I upload them. Maybe I will decide today if I'm gonna start 4th one, or maybe I will wait for this to be done and then I will start flowers anemons from Lanarte, because they just reprinted it and I would like to stitch it. Also, it's a small design, will take me like 4 or 5 days to stitch, and I will see. Because of the time, school will start soon, 1st of September, and if I will have till 5th of September sometime, then I will have to Lanarte finishes. But so far I'm planning to make a bigger progress on this design. Ta-da! Guys, I'm done. I'm done, completely done with this cross stitch work. Elegant kimono by Dimensions. This is regular collection. This is not gold. And this design was gifted for me from Russian cross-stitch store. I guess the lady who is watching my channel, she heard what I like. I'm looking for this kimono. I was actually asking my friend to help me to find this kimono, and she probably informed about it to the owner of the store, and she gave it to me for free. I did not buy anything in that store. They did not ask me to promote their store or anything. She just tell her to send it to me, because that girl, she was sending to me horses by Stream Dimensions. Also, she was helping me to find that kit, and I'm extremely thankful for such a beautiful gift. And obviously I wanted to stitch. There are lots of back stitch here, and it's not difficult at all. Nothing is difficult here. The only thing you have to count and then recount, then count and recount again. Because all the background you see, it's stitched with one thread over 2. And crosses and half stitches you have to count all the time. Otherwise, you can make mistake. You can replace this fabric for any color you like. For example, I would stitch it on light blue, light pink, dirty linen, maybe yellow, brighter than you see here, but it is not really yellow. This is more ivory, and yeah, you can replace any fabric you want. You can add hand-dyed threads in flowers. Why not, right? Here you can also use hand-dyed threads. You can add silks, you can add cotton threads, and make your piece unique, and maybe you will like it better. If you don't, restitch it again. And I also added a year when I stitched 2021, my name L. And I've done these French knots with 3 strands like they asking you to do. And yeah, super happy with the result. So guys, it's rain outside. Look at our weather now. Everything is gray all day. I'm having a headache because of the weather. In my city it's still summer. Here is autumn already, and we have to get used to this kind of weather now. Good thing I took some warm clothing, and yeah. So, Dana's Roses. This is how much I've stitched so far. It's about 1,700 stitches, crosses. And I'm not liking the fabric. It's not the same what I used to have, but at least something, you know, it's something that I can stitch on. To be honest, so you don't have to have exactly the same color of the fabric because it's full coverage. Somewhere you have 1/2, and I really try so hard, but my crosses doesn't look like on my other project. I feel that even count a little bit smaller, but it's the same count. Maybe because of the quality of the fabric, it seems like that. Because the other fabric was more cotton, this one has synthetic. And yes, my needle going inside the fabric much easier, but it's really silky, and I can't lay my threads just as I always do. Anyway, I'm really happy with the result. I'm stitching from the right bottom corner. I have not stitched on my old Dana's Roses from that corner because I started from the center and went up and to the left. And now I decided to stitch from completely different angle because it will be new feelings. As well, I organize my work with everything new, so I have brand new organizer, brand new needles, everything new. I actually have 2 organizers because lots of colors here, and you can see no holes yet on the organizer. Well, on the holes I was using now, but lots of different colors. And I love the palette, as you can see. It's really nice. Good thing that I'm used to the symbols because I know where they are on the organizer. It makes my stitching go faster, and the rest is all the same. If you're wondering, this is how much I've stitched on a chart. It's easy. I don't know why I thought this area will be more difficult to stitch than other area. I think the center is the most difficult part of this design. And when I looked at the bottom of the picture, it looks so busy. But when you start stitching it, it's very interesting. Lots of bright colors. I'll show you another design I'm stitching together with Dana's Roses, because I started and I said to myself, okay, I'll stitch 1 week this design, but you remember before I was stitching Lanarte and I put it away, Lanarte, because I wanted to start stitching Dana's Roses. I was really falling asleep. Look at the colors here compared to the colors on Dana's Roses. You can see the difference. And let me show you how much I've stitched on Lanarte, because I stitched 24 hours, I mean 1 day on this design, and about 3 days on this design. Can you see the difference in amount of stitches done here and there? It's very I think exactly the same. No, I think it's even less here than there. The reason why it's hard to see on camera because it makes it bright. In person, I can't see these white stitches. Not white, beige stitches. They are blending with the fabric and smaller count, of course, and it's 1/2. And they all look similar, but there are different colors. Guys, I'm so tired. I'm like really every single time I stitch in this design, I like it so much, but I don't like the palette here. And the only way for me to stitch this design to mix it with Dana's roses. I can't believe how much I've stitched in one day. 1700. Well, it's new start, of course, but here also the new start, and I had some stitches already. And I don't know. I think when I will go on top, it will be brighter, but I still have to complete this part because they're also the same color, same symbols. As well, chart is humongous. I put it here. I'll show you before. It's like really big. I cannot take it with me on a trip because the fabric is not this big. It will be amazing, but the chart, I don't know what to do with the chart. I need my big stand to stitch this design because I have to fold it many times, and my travel stand will not handle it. Anyway, this is Sarah Moon. She was a famous photographer. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I stitched Sarah Moon years ago, and I actually started with Lanarte. I started stitch on, not on Aida, on this kind of fabrics. Well, my first crosses were on Aida, but then my maybe 5-7 projects were on Lanarte, because I fell in love with Lanarte back in days. I was still a student in university, and since then I'm in love with Lanarte, and this is quite old design. If you would like to find this design, I think they're still selling them. Well, in Ukraine it was on sale. I bought it because it was small and because it was by Sarah Moon, because I'm kind of wanna stitch lots of designs from Sarah Moon. I'm not collecting them, but they're classic. I mean, it was actual design back in days, and I think it will be in the future, especially when you will frame it with a good designer who can help you to choose the right frame for this design. And you will not get tired of this little girl, because she's not bright, you know, compared to Dana's Rose. I will never get tired of Dana's Roses, but this design will blend into your walls, and sometimes you will not even notice. It will not rotate you. Sometimes my pictures, I want to change them because I'm getting tired. It's too much red, too much blue, you know. And this design is great for it if you are interested. This is the name, Seated Girl with a Pink Dress. I'm also stitching on Nurgia number 4, the one I bought by accident, 2 pairs. I'm now using them. They're quite good. And the reason I chose small small hoops for this design, because the angle, if I will use my either Q snaps or wide hoops, it will not fit. I have to like cover, it will cover this part. That's why I'm always starting big projects with this kind of hoops, and then I change them to bigger ones, and it will be comfortable for me to stitch. I don't know about my plans, what I'm gonna do, but right now I'm gonna stitch Dana's Roses. I will try to go back to this little girl. I would like to finish her before I leave, and yeah, I would love to have a finish, another finish, because this year I already, it's minus 2 months of my work, cross-stitch work, because I've lost 2 big projects, half done, and maybe even more, maybe 2.5 months, but it's okay. I'm better now. As I said, this design I'm stitching now have completely new feelings. The only thing I don't like to work on this fabric, which is Monica. And some people love Monica, but maybe they have not stitched on a previous fabric I used to have even with. So my dear friends, few days I'm stitching this project and it's coming along, and it's so nice. I really love these pretty colors. They are definitely mine, and I can't explain to you how much I enjoy stitching it. I'll show you a little bit from far so you can see the colors compared to fabric. And I change hoops. Now it's a little bit better for me to stitch. They're thicker than previous ones, but there are even more thicker hoops. I just don't have them yet, but I'm planning to buy them. And so far, I think I stitched like 7-8% from the whole picture. I think I did, and my plan is to stitch till the time we leave. This will be till 7th of September. I hope I will make 25%. I'm not sure, but I'll try, because life will get busier with Daniel going to school. I have to take him to basketball classes. I have to do lots of other stuff, but I still wanna stitch, and I wanna spend my time with Dana's roses more than anything else, because they are really important to me. After I've lost them in the fire, like they say, they just stole my pastel. I'm more than sure about it. So I decided, you know, some people losing their harvest, right? And they go back and they plant everything again, and they take care of their plants, and they're waiting for another harvest. And I said to myself, this is similar with me, because many people ask me, how can you stitch it again? Oh my God, how you stitching it? I'm like, guys, it's just my dream, and I wanted to have my first Bootzilla kit on my wall. One day I will frame it, not now, of course, even I will finish it by New Year. I don't want to frame it. I just want to keep it in my finishes. This is not the last Bootzilla I want to stitch, but I did not want to have this bad experience to start something else I thought from Bootzilla, and I also have few whips. But I said no. I will be always thinking about Dana's roses, and I don't want to have that negative thoughts in my head that I could have stitched, how much I could have done, and other whips can wait till I finish this one. And I hope you will enjoy seeing this progress, because I'm stitching from another part of the design and I have not experienced it yet. So for me it's like brand new design. I like everything here even more than top part of the design, you know. They're more pink, white, lighter colors than the top one. All the colors you see right here, they're my favorite. I love every single color you see here. And I'm not a big fan of stitching pink, but when I stitch little pink colors, they are with the purple, and purple, dark blue and green in cross stitch, they are my favorite. And I'm not tired from this whip. I don't want to waste my time for some useless stuff I used to make, and I learned a lot. From this time, I said to myself, yes, we still have to do some family things. I have to spend time with my family, but when I do have free time for myself, I will not waste it of watching Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that. It takes so much of my free time, and I even start sleeping for 6 hours just because I want to stitch more. And one day I stitch more than 2000 crosses. I think it's my record for the whole day. Because first of all, it's easy to stitch, and second of all, I definitely had more time than usual. Both took Daniel for a movie, and then they were out all day. Of course, the next day I have to do some home stuff and other things I have to do, but that one day I stitched 2000 stitches. It's really helped me a lot. So today is 1st of September. Daniel is getting ready to go to school. We have a tradition to give to a teacher flowers the first day of their study and last day. So that's why I have these pretty roses, and I think this is roses, some kind of roses, I don't know. And I decided why not to show you and why not to take pictures with my Dana's roses. For who wanted to see this design stitch on my channel, I can tell you it will be. And just don't know when it will be done, this year or next year. I will see the way I will be stitching, because at the very beginning I had lots of time, lots of motivation, and slowly I know it will be like going down, 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 and then going up at the very end, which is normal. So I'll show you my crosses here, and you can see that lots of quarter stitches, but they're nothing difficult at all. Some people scared of them. I don't understand why, because when you stitch Mirabilla, you actually stitch everything with them, not quarter stitches, but I do petites. Well, basically it's exactly the same, just do the full cross. Some people do stitch skin with a full cross, and look how nicely it looks when you see it from far. Anyway, all this area also will be backstitched, and I will do it when I will put this work on hoop, because I want to make backstitch as I go and throw away the piece of chart. This is what I like to do. And yeah, I check the chart. This is the hardest part of the design. The rest will be easier to stitch, and I hope it will be done very soon, because I don't wanna leave it for another 3 years, because I started this design in 2018 in United States, and now I have to stitch it again, but I'm really happy that I started from the area I have not stitched. First of all, it will be interesting for you to see, and second of all, it will be completely different design for me, because I don't have these memories, and slowly they're gonna die, and I will definitely enjoy this design. Not sure if I'll frame it, because you know, I'll frame it one day. I have my pretty Sajou scissors here. I like them so much. And yeah, we are ready to go. I'll show you Daniel's first day at school. Well, not inside the school, but how we walk to it. My dear friends, I did not record video for some time, because I was enjoying my cross stitching, and also I did not want to show you progress 200-300 crosses. Beginning of the school year, it's quite busy for parents as well. I have to organize everything. I have to look after Daniel, wake him up, make him used to go to school, and go to bed and time and everything. That's why I did not really stitch that much, but I still made some progress. I can see here lots of crosses, but I'll show you more when I will change hoops. What I wanted to mention here, that if you look carefully, this whole area was stitched with black threads, and this one as well. Can you see the difference? I can see. The coverage here is better than here because I was using DMC threads, and here I was using dimensions threads leftovers from previously stitched kits, and dimensions made in China, they're thicker than regular dimensions threads. That's why I would recommend you to use either these threads, or if you're able to buy anchor threads, they're much thicker and they will cover your fabric better than dimensions, especially when you stitch areas like that. But be very careful if you have lots of different threads. Do not stitch half of the area with one thread and then with different kind of threads. Use the same threads, but if you look this area, when it's separately, then it's fine. You can do that because it's not a big deal when you look far. Also, people ask me what I do with extra fabric, because here lots of fabric laying. I just spin them with a needle, as you can see here, and I always show you in my videos, but I still receive questions. The reason I have fabric here, it's for better tension. That's why I put it here for the thickness. Otherwise, you have to use your screwdriver to make this even more tight, but sometimes it's not good for the screw because it can break. Anyway, I love this fabric so much. It's picture this plus. I can't remember the name of the fabric, but as you can see, it's very uneven, and it's hard for me to make beautiful crosses because there is much I can do when the fabric is uneven. I'm not a magician, but I'm trying to stitch it carefully. Also, I was miscounting the fabric threads. As you can see over here, I was stitching with a cranny, and I did not see I miscount something. Anyway, I had to restitch. Everything is fine now, but this didn't happen to me for a long time. Well, yes, I'm having fun for now, and I hope I will continue on stitching this design because I would like to finish it this year. I will remind you, I started this in 2018. This is how old this project, but it was not really whip. It was the beginning of the design, and I used to stitch lots of mermaids. Now I don't, because I want to stitch ladies as well. I'm a big fan of mermaids, but I do love Nora's ladies very much. I'm actually happy that latest designs Nora made for the zodiacs, it was my sign star. I'm a Scorpio, and I really like the Scorpio one. It's fun, and I love the colors. Also, I know that Nora is Scorpio as well. That's why she maybe tried to make it pretty. I was hoping that Scorpio will be nice because, you know, she has also letters. I'll show you on the screen, and we will understand what I'm talking about. And my letter L, it's not the best one compared to letter E. Letter E is very pretty.